What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Nerd Cave for another great episode of Save Toys. I'm your host Travis, and this is our 10th episode. Man, I am so excited. You've stuck around with me for 10 episodes, and I thank you for all your love and support. And in honor of you, yes, just for you, today here at Save Toys, I'm going to be doing a full-on fireworks display. So without further ado, guys, let's hit it with that fireworks display. Wait, you didn't buy the fireworks? What's up, man? It's right here in the script. Someone's about to lose their job here at Save Toys. Anybody hiring? How about this? For a consolation prize, we'll be giving away this superhero squad, Wolverine and Sabretooth. Stick with me through the episode, and we'll go over how you can go about possibly winning this. Anyway, little side note. Last week when I filmed the video, I was not feeling good, a little under the weather, and thank you so much for all your thoughts and prayers. I'm feeling a whole lot better. Anyway, this week's episode, shall we? Today, we're going to be talking about Marvel Legends versus Marvel Selects, as represented by their respective Sabretooths. Now, on the Marvel Legends side, we're going to be using the Series 5 Sabretooth. And on the Marvel Select side, I'm going to be using the 2005 Sabretooth. Now, I'm really not going to be comparing the action figures with each other as much as the company and their direction with action figures. So we'll kind of be straddling that line a little bit today, but I hope you enjoy the episode. We'll do a brief history of the company's, very brief, some mild information there, and then head on over to the review booth and kind of look at the action figures and talk more in detail about them. Anyway, keep your patient pants on. Do not adjust your settings on YouTube unless it's to subscribe and to like our episode. You have now crossed over into the Save Toys zone. Man, I'm really gonna have to fire up my special effects people. Anyway, don't run, don't hide, embrace your inner nerddom, and let's get started. Alright, before we head on over to the review booth, I want to talk briefly about Marvel Legends and Marvel Selects. Now, Marvel Legends started out in 2002, and they were done through Toy Biz. Now, there's some slight similarities to Diamond Select toys, Marvel Selects, as they also started out in 2002. They were produced through Toy Biz, even though it was Diamond Selects. Now, that's kind of where the similarities stop. As you know, Marvel Legends rights were acquired by Hasbro later on, and there was some tricky times through the transition. They are a 6-inch scale action figure, and they really focus primarily on detail, but a lot on articulation. Marvel Selects, later on when Toy Biz went out of business, they were produced in-house through Diamond Selects. Now, they are a 7-inch action figure that really veers more on the slightly posable statue. Both, especially in the beginning, had great pack-ins, and that's just some brief history about them, some of their similarities, some of their differences. Now again, like I say, when we head over to the review booth, I want to focus not so much on the actual Sabretooths from both companies, but just kind of notice the direction and some of the pros and cons both companies took with their product. Alright, let's head on over to the review booth. Alright, we're here at the review booth to talk about some great action figures. Now, like I said, this is really not a comparison of Marvel Legends Sabretooth versus the Marvel Select Sabretooth, but more of a comparison of the direction the companies took with their respective action figures. Over here, let's get started with the Marvel Legends. Now, like I said, this Sabretooth is a 6-inch scale, and one of the things about this is Marvel Legends really went to a lot of work to great articulation. They experimented a lot, especially in the early days. Like this one has individual, 3 fingers there, right there, and 4th finger articulation, articulated toes right here. And it stood the test of time. I mean, obviously, look at the great paint job they did. Now, one thing I don't like about it is the mane on this one. Way too small for me. And the thing is, too, with the articulation, it's great. It was an experimental time for them, but too much articulation makes it so hard later on to get them to stand up properly. Mine does, because I bought him many years later, brand new off of eBay, and kept him in the package and then opened him up and displayed him. And so he's really had about one big position since I've had him. Now, I will point out this, but I will not hold it against Marvel Legends. His arm has been kind of messed up there in that position, and I've just had a time with it ever since I got him. So that's some things I like and some things I hate. But Marvel Legends' main objective is to have a very articulated, great action figure for collectors. That's the route they took. And if that's what you're looking for, I say they succeeded. I'm going to set him down right here. And I'm going to go to my Marvel Select. As we said earlier, this is more of a 7-inch scale. A little bit bigger, a lot more bulky, and personally, I like him better. But this is for each his own, really and truly. Now, I will say this, his mane to me is perfect. It's actually thicker than his, you can see. The detail is fantastic. You got the, let's see if I can show some of his veins right there. You know, and the other arm, just it looks great. The legs, the paint job's good. Now, the drawback to Marvel Selects is they're not near as posable. Like I said, they were shooting more for the slightly posable statue with more attention to detail. Now, with these action figures, both of them came with great pack-ins. The Marvel Legends actually had a comic book, an X-Men comic book, and this great diorama stand in theory. And I say that because mine will not stand on it. You can probably get him on one good peg. I'm not going to demonstrate right now just for you to see him fall. But let's just say I've gone into the nerd cave of many of mornings and found him on the floor off my shelf because he just couldn't stand on this. And finally I just took it away and just stood him up by himself. Marvel Selects has a great diorama stand as well. This little movable piece here, bent metal sign, looks good. And in this case as well, the stand's not my favorite part. It's actually very thin, very flimsy, and mine, you have to get him just right on the pegs for him to stand, which further limits his articulation, and that's kind of a hindrance to them on that side. But here's the deal. It's kind of like Marvel Legends versus Marvel Selects is kind of like comparing a car to a truck. Both are vehicles, but one is designed to maybe carry more in comfort, and the other is designed to carry in comfort, yes, but also to carry loads and different things like that. They're both vehicles, but they were both designed for different purposes in mind. And you could say the very same thing about these action figures. One, again, was designed to be an articulated adult action figure. The other was designed to be more of, like I've said about 3 times, a slightly articulated statue. Both serve their purpose extremely well, and both have done a good job over the years maintaining that. Now, with these action figures, they have improved over the years with other action figures for this genre. But anyway, that wraps this comparison up. I'll see you over at the Nerd Cave in just a second. Alright, let's talk about that giveaway. What I need you to do is head on over to our Facebook page for Save Toys. That's SAVD Toys. I always leave the link there to all my YouTube videos. Find the link, give it a thumbs up, and then leave a number in the comment section from 1 to 100. Now, the winning number will be picked by a computer-generated app that I have for numbers, and I'll post a screenshot of the winning number. Now, let's say that 2 people have a similar distance number. We'll do a runoff just for them. Now, another question you might have is, how long do I have? Well, as you know, I film all these videos a week in advance and then try to put them up the following Saturday. Now, that's what's going to happen here unless I'm providentially hindered. But to make it fair, as soon as you see this video on YouTube, rush on over to Save Toys Facebook, and you have 7 days from the time it was posted to the time that I pick the winning number. So let's just say next Saturday I put this video up on YouTube then. They'll have to the following Saturday, and we'll select a winner. We'll announce it on Facebook, and then I'll get you to private message me your information, and I'll mail it to you, and we'll go from there. Anyway, thank you again for all you do here. And please like and subscribe to the video here on YouTube, and head on over to Facebook, friend us there, join us. It's a great community. Again, we do devotions and we do a lot there. Articles on the action figures or things that I'll be reviewing the upcoming week, and try to create a great community there for all of us. Anyway, you know what we always say here at Save Toys. If you like it, collect it. Have a great week.